Hello. Ooh, is it dropping frame? Ooh, hang on. I think my work laptop is uploading something. Let me be right back. What was it? Hopefully that'll be okay. Oh, apologies about that delay. But yes, no, my computers are uploading stuff. It's hogging all the bandwidth. So of course it would be dropping frames. Ooh. Thank you for the resub, Havor. Appreciate it. 21 months, blimey. Hi Dan. Are we well? Well, I have a headache. You know, so that pretty much sums up how this day is going. Oh, yeah, blurb on the game. So it said it on the screen, but I got a copy of this game for promotional purposes. From, I've got a review copy via the publishers on Gmail for, disclosure. I also have a copy of the game to give away on Xbox, thanks to Unedited Xbox. Dance of Death is a work of fiction inspired by real events, locations, and characters sourced from London's dark history, as seen through the eyes of two Arthurian legends, Sir Lancelot de Lac and Morgana. Morgana Le Fey. Nice. I did not read the rest of that. Something about prostitution. So yeah. But no, I have a headache. But that's beside the point. It's been one of those days. So this is a game that came out on the 27th of January. So literally last week. 2023. It is a point and click. Developed by Salix Games. Published by Hidden Trap. And for some reason I tagged Laura's Entertainment. I am assuming they have something to do with it as well, because there's a reason that I tagged them. I mean, they are tweeting it a lot, so I'm guessing that they're in there, that they've just not been credited in the thing. Hi, Salak Khalid as well. Thank you for tweeting out the stream, Hoa. So this came out on the 27th of January, so which was last week. The more tags, the better. Well, yes, but I don't want to tag anyone incorrectly, because that would be, bad. So, it's 1888, and Elkash, Jack the Ripper, stalks London streets. I have no volume on my TV, I just realised the music might be quite loud on the game. So the microphone got whacked earlier. It's just been a day. It's been a day. So, we play as Arthurian immortal Sir Lancelot de Lac and Morgana Le Fey, one of my favourite characters, on a thrilling quest to stop history's most infamous murderer and save the city. Whew. Ported! That's why. And because I tend to prepare the tags ahead of time. Thank you very much, for ported by Dolores. There we go. A thrilling quest. Yes, exactly. Team up with Whitechapel local Mary Jane Kelly as you explore the capital's underbelly, meet the intriguing characters who live there, and work with them to solve the crimes. But remember, every decision you make will influence their fates. Ooh! It has performances! Excellent. That means it might be voiced, so I don't have to do the voices. It has a dog. Just to clarify, there is also a dog in this. It is currently on sale for 10% off. You can purchase it normal price £12.49 or $15.99, but it is currently 10% off for I don't know how long. So, there we go. That is a reasonable... I mean, if Lancelot is not voiced for some reason, then he can be Scottish. Yeah, so far only one person has completed this, but then only 61 people have played it. And the completion time on that one person is 11 hours and 16 minutes. Havor has played it as well as Lady Magritte and Ima. I've always played quite a significant amount of it. I don't know if there's anything... Whoa. Okay, so some of the latter achievements have quite a high TA ratio and it's not tagged. I don't know if it requires multiple playthroughs. Or indeed how it plays, other than it's a point-and-click adventure. Which could be anything. There's at least 5 chapters. It looks like there's lots of decisions that you can make. I don't know if there's a chapter. Oh no, 6, 7 chapter. Okay, that's confusing. They're in the wrong order, really. But yeah, okay, 7, possibly 8 chapters, depending on, you know, completing thing. But it looks like there are various different story bedobes. So this is also on my random to-do list. Oh, you finished it. You finished the story, you didn't get a completion. According to TA anyway, unless it's not synced. But you stayed up to 4 AM, that'd be good. Morgana can't be Scottish, she's Irish in your head because of the BBC TV series Merlin. Yes, that is an excellent TV series. I can't do an Irish accent. Well, I mean I can, but don't say it's good. But yeah, and I don't know what my hair's doing today. I sort of slept on it, vaguely wet, and then woke up and it was, you know, there. Yeah, you can't 1K in one session. Yeah, no, I figured as much. There's only one save. Ah, okay, cool. Well, I'm just gonna give it a couple of hours, 2-3 hours, in a stream. No, I play this without a guide, especially on stream. This is initial reactions, and we'll see. We have a lot of games in the queue, so knowing me, I'll be like, I'll do only one stream, and then it'll be like, no, I want to do the rest of it, and then I'll be like, but I don't have any time. However, I might have some time if I do some extra streams. Yeah, there wasn't no tags on it, so I don't know if you finished the story or not, but I'm assuming complete the game is finish the story. So there we go. And I got retweeted by Hidden Trap. Nice. So there are 50 achievements. Love a good solid amount of achievements. So there are at least 8 story ones. And yeah, other stuff we can do. Yeah, that was what I was saying. Random to-do list. I forgot to tag it as random to-do list, but you know, it is also on my... So hey, great! I see you're high. And, well, it's not when it requires user input and people don't tag games. I do, but lots of people don't. So I need to either pick up a Penny Dreadful page, which seems like a collectible thing, so that seems reasonable. And be enraptured by Duloc, which is Lancelot. No idea whether maybe I just have to... there's also one for interrupting him, so maybe it's a case of just let him talk. I'm fine with that. Complete story requires a manual tag. Yes. Someone needs to submit the achievement flags. Otherwise it doesn't work. If there's no achievement flags, then it can't know where the story ends. So, as you've played it, you should submit some tags. Then, when I play it and complete the story, it'll tell me on the feed that I've completed the story. But yeah, it's all users submitted, effectively. So, yeah, it's not automatic. It was only vaguely automatic based on like previous tags and achievement order when they added the tag originally. So yeah. But anything new has to be manually tagged, which I try and do a lot of. If I finish it, when I play a game, I will submit tags if I'm able to, unless I need to like finish the story first to find out what's missable. So, ah, well, yeah, no. You see, if you start the game and look at the achievement list and it doesn't have tags on it, then go, well, I could submit some tags. Which is what I tend to do where I can. I used to be on the actual flag team, but that was way too much consistent dedication. Yeah. But yes, I also quickly nipped in a speedrun of Paradise Killer. It took me two goes because I ran into a tree, and completed the game within 10 minutes. So that's now completed on my tag, which is good because that also gave me one good game towards the goal this week. This week? Oh my god, the target this month. But that's also good because I'm going to start this game, which has 50 achievements. So it'll drop my completion percentage. But hey, so I'm really excited to play this because it's a point and click. As the pinned message says, oops. I'm running a giveaway for a copy of this game on Xbox. I'm going to turn up the brightness a tad. Dialogue, yes please. Sound effects down on Wii, but on subtitles. Awesome. Yes. Yeah, so I'm running a giveaway for a copy of this game. Hashtag Jack to enter. It should say that in the giveaway command. Rules apply. As always, if you do win, please, tweet and tag. I need to turn my volume up. So much effort. Oh. There we go. Otherwise, I can't hear the music and the voices. So, right, we've done the due diligence, we've blathered a little bit, and now we're going to start the game. Prologue, the right path. Left stick to navigate characters around the world and discover interactive icons. Ooh, is it going to play like Sherlock then? Bother do luck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know how I said there's a dog in this? It's a dog. So it's not just can you pet the dog? We are the dog. Can we be petted? I guess then is the question.
Let us go. I cannot wait any longer. I am hungry. Dulac.
Oh, we are Morgana as a dog. I don't know why Morgana is a dog.
Is it not? I oft confuse them with goblins.
A proper meal has not passed my lips in days.
How sound this? We moved with haste through a labyrinth of narrow tunnels, till at last our path brought us to the heart of the creature's lair.
Okay, turn that up.
One cannot find in words the joy we felt to behold the child alive. But alas, in the depths of the earth her rescue would be hard fought, for in our way the loathsome troll stood guard of its infant captive.
Food!
Surely there be some morsel here to eat. Did I not spy a turnip about the place?
It is as wizened as a pauper's stick. And you are stalling.
I do no such thing. I write with the tale still fresh in my mind is all.
Dulac, where is the money? Do not play dumb. We were owed a reward. Where is it?
Oh, I gave it away.
When? We returned the child to its parents and came straight home.
The villager.
With the broken cart. It was him, wasn't it?
His need was greater than ours.
No, it was not. We have to eat. And keep this room, the payment for which is already late.
It was the honorable thing to do. A word that escapes your very being.
Well, As of tomorrow, your honor will have us starving in a ditch. But as long as Mr. Bloody whoever he was has a working cart, you're a foolish man, Dulac.
And you, Fey, are a heartless creature. Forgive me. I meant not.
Hjälp! Hjälp! Kom fort! Åh, Gud! Hjälp mig!
We had best go without and see the cause of such alarm. Fey!
Heartless creatures do not care.
For heaven's sake. There is not time for this. Someone cries out for help. Whomever is in need may well have coin. We cannot refill our purse from in here.
Fine. And no haggling this time. Heroism is not negotiable.
She sounds a wee bit like Morgana from Merlin. Oh, bleep bloop. His master's voice. We did not interrupt him. We now need to brave the cold. Okay. But for some reason, Morgana Le Fay is a dog. A very pretty dog.
This better be worth our while, Dulac. I do not enjoy traipsing around in the cold for nothing.
Are we wearing a little hat? I don't know. The lighting is just different out
This
there.
does not look to be nothing.
You are lucky. Anything less than a corpse, and I would be heading straight back inside.
I will seek word as to what happened.
Okay, the cameo switches between Dulac and Fey. Use it to select Dulac. Ah, but I wanted to play the whole thing as the dog. Okay, me walking in a straight line, less so. Good.
Du kjente han.
Bror min! Espen. Vi hadde bare brukket brød for noen timer siden.
Jeg er lei for deg.
Is the sound level good?
Så han dø. Det var frykt i øynene hans. En frykt jeg aldri vil se igjen.
Sa han noe?
Han snakka om vingedjævelen sjøl. Satan! Han fortalte meg at han har kommet for å besøke døden på oss alle.
If you don't speak Norwegian, the subtitles are in English.
Hva mente han med deg?
Bror min var en god mann.
That way.
Han fortjente ikke å dø slikt. La meg være i fred, så jeg kan be for ham.
The man speaks of winged devils. I fear his mind too clouded with grief.
The dead might be more forthcoming.
Okay, examine body.
A
Examine
torn
letter.
letter. Sent by Espen's sweetheart.
My dearest Espen, it does my heart good to know your sister has beaten her fever. I had overheard Papa speaking with Nels regarding the arrangements that would need to be made in the event of her passing. May God see to it I never hear such words again as long as I live. I always held out hope for her, my darling. It seems as though our prayers were answered. It's not long now. Papa wanted me to assure you he'll keep his word and bring me to visit you when he's next in town on business until the...
His purse remains full. The villain cared not for coin.
I love how the subtitles hit just above my purple thing. Small pouch containing coins.
The face is badly marked. Wounds are deep.
I mean, his
savage.
intestines are spilling out.
You look Fey. Mayhap there is something I miss.
Coarse hairs cover the arms and legs. The scent is familiar.
Werewolf!
His clothes are heavily soiled. No doubt he experienced a great horror. There is an injury to the stomach, most likely the cause of death. But it is not the work of a blade. It smells like
Oh, or a
horn.
unicorn? A rhino!
So the man were gored.
There is an evil at work here. Is there not?
An evil, yes. The horse.
It would not be the first time cunning took innocent guise.
No. No, the hairs affixed to the dead man's clothes. They belong to the animal. He may have seen something.
While Faye can speak to creatures, Dulac cannot. We are gonna talk to the horsey.
The deceased. You knew him, didn't you?
He was my master. I carried him since he were a child. His father, too.
Did you see what took his life?
I did not. He left me here and went to the story house.
Story house? I do not know this place.
In the distance, you'll see it standing tall.
The
The
church?
church. Of course.
You cannot go. Their words are not meant for us.
I am different.
You look like dog, but you are not dog. You are strange.
Whatever happened to the man happened at the church. We go, now.
Pretty dog.
Suddenly you are concerned?
Do we
What?
get explained
I
why
just
we
want
are
this over
dog? No, I don't seem to be able to switch. So we'll just go to the church as dog.
By the headstone. Another has been claimed. The gut suffers wounds same as before. But look. Bloodied holes where I...
Rarely are appetites so specific.
Mayhap this the work of a winged devil after all.
Wings, yes. I did not see it before, but it makes sense. The villager must have escaped. Or the minister interrupted feeding before the demon could finish. It likes eyes, so I've heard.
What unholy monster is this?
In our lodgings, there is a mirror. Bring it here at once.
What need are we of mirrors?
There is not time to explain. Just do as I ask.
Evil is afoot, most like hiding in that very church.
And we will deal with it.
But
Dulac, go!
Get the mirror, you fool. The dog said so.
do not dare enter until I return.
I mean, can I talk to the bird?
It's not wise for you to come here at this time. Danger awaits you.
Pop, 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 pop. A demon?
What
Demon, huh?
happened here? Somewhere a child weeps.
Oh, I got a
The other
collectible.
piece of the letter. Espen was to be married. He must have come here to tell of the happy news.
Then the memory of your embrace will just have to do. I know that you are visiting your brother to tell him of our joyous news. Please do give my best to his wife and let her know I am most grateful for her offer to mend my dress for our special day. She has always been ever so accommodating. Until we meet again, my love. Your future wife, Alva. Oh, that's sad.
Debris from the damaged roof. Shedded skin. Creature grows.
Ooh, that's gross.
The pews have been tossed like sticks. Wreckage on the inside means the demon gained entry from without, bursting in through the roof. Both men were attacked and mortally wounded, during which time more destruction was wrought. demon must then have shed its skin. In which case, it is still here, hiding while it recovers.
Thank you for the hydrate.
I told you to wait.
So
And
you
welcome
did.
in, Heaven Smile.
I have done as you bid until now without reason, but no more. What is the meaning of this?
There are tales of how they were birthed. Some say from Cassandra herself. It was a ritual to siphon her power, but it went wrong. Abominations
Cassandra
were
the Prophet?
unleashed. They have had many names. I know them only as seer demons.
How have I never heard of them?
It is believed they were all hunted and killed.
Clearly not. What of the mirror?
It will be the demon's prison?
Will it now?
You've not used it for... I can't remember the last time.
I would use it never if I had the choice.
Well, the choice is simple. If you don't do this, the demon will kill again.
Is it in here?
Growing in size and strength. My presence has yet to provoke, but there is still the upper floor to search.
The stairs are blocked.
For you, maybe. It is a good thing I have not eaten. I'm through.
What do you see? Fey!
Be quiet! The scent grows stronger. I am close.
Demon hunt.
Surrender, fiend! Or else my heel be at your throat!
I had a feeling that would not work.
It looks like it's only got
So
2
be
arms
it.
or 2 legs. Okay. Quick time events. Love those. Oh crap. Gotta be really quick. It doesn't help that my thumb is sore right now. Oops. Please be forgiving. Got it the first time. I seem to be unable to get the little... I'm assuming I need to go in the little tiny bar. It's twice now. How many times I actually have to hit it? It's 3. First foot like a dragonfly. I got a bloop.
Quickly! Dulac, we must trap it while it is weakened.
Speak the damned words!
Where daimon bea ure richtend. Sharoe us farse wika achudet.
Hold fast! Fey, those words!
Be quiet, Dulac!
The wizard? Ooh, that's Landon! pools? Red violets.
You lied!
Ooh, his eyes are creepy.
You said we were only to trap it.
Then in death it was redeemed.
For what?
It is said, if asked, the creature can reveal things.
That word I spake. Weaker.
You know more than you let on. I asked it to show us Merlin.
That is why you deceived me.
I knew you would not agree otherwise.
For good reason. We speak his name no more. You know this.
Maybe that's why she's
You
a puppy.
think by not speaking his name I can forget? Look at me, Delac. Every day, every second, I am reminded of the man who trapped me in this wretched form. The man who stripped
That is
me
why
of
I'm
my
dog.
power. I will never forget.
So, you mean for us to follow visions? How many souls have we seen led to misery, or worse?
Right now, I would take worse.
You do not mean that.
No?
This is not the path chosen for us, Fey. We help those in need.
And what of my need? Will you not help me when I ask of it?
You know I would.
Then please, Dulac, I beg you, help me.
I saw no sign of Merlin.
They were clues. Clues we must solve. Then we will find him.
Where do we even start?
The image of the city and its river. There is only one like it. Think.
London.
The very same.
And you mean these visions? They
Oh, it
call
would have
to
been
us.
Whitechapel.
Yes, brave Lancelot. And we shall answer.
So there we go. That is the end of the prologue, I believe. So yes, as people have done, you can enter hashtag Jack to win a copy of this game on Xbox during the stream. I will be pulling the giveaway later, realistically in about an hour, so you've got time to enter. You must be following. You can't sell the code, you have to redeem it yourself. If you're entering for someone else, just let me know, but again, they have to redeem the code. And then when you do redeem the code, if you can post a little screenshot and tag myself and ID at Xbox on social media,
Upon
and
our
invite them
travels,
to watch the
it has
stream.
been said Britannia's fleet alone rules the waves. Here I see it true.
etc.,
Whoso
etc.
rules them, rules
Just
the
to spread the
world.
word.
If only
We're in
Arthur were
London.
here to see his country grown to such heights.
Then you could dwell on the cost of such glory together.
We each must sacrifice for something greater than ourselves. He knew that better than anyone.
You speak like you knew the man.
I did. He was my king.
Yes, I know. I just meant that as his sister, I knew another side to him. Besides,
It's
we
weird
have not
seeing a
come here to
dog
discuss
speak.
Arthur.
Do not remind me.
That's the spirit, Delac.
I just cannot help but think us fools. Surely you do not forget who we quest after.
A wizard of vast power who has mastery of rock and earth. That is to say nothing of the skills he has undoubtedly acquired over the past millennia. No, I have not forgotten.
Do not ever attempt to rouse an army before battle. They would all run.
I will not deny Merlin's talents. They have certainly aided him to remain hidden from us. But this time we have an advantage.
Yes, the visions.
Painstakingly reproduced by your good hand. They must hold some detail by which to refine our search. Show them to me.
Diary! 17th of July, 1888. The Norwegian people have lost nothing of their warmth since we were last here. Still, it would avail us nothing to confide in them the whole truth of our most recent deeds, as it never does. But when pressed upon our course of travel, I felt no need to hide. We had walked from China's Henan province. They are unfamiliar with this location, a blessing which saved us from further inquiry. The floods have been a tragedy. Fey no longer wishes to talk upon the subject. It begs belief, but it was she who first showed interest in the activities of the troll we now hunt. 'Twas an eagerness, I believe, reveals a shard of her true heart. We lost many comrades this year past. Mayhap my lady has reached her limit. It's a snow saxifrag. 22nd of August, 1888. The hunt led us to the base of the sprawling mountain Rondeslottet. A natural foe as formidable as the beast. We still knew proud these frigid highlands. In the distance, smoke pillars from our dwelling sought to lure us back with the promise of warmth and comfort. But nay, the chase was afoot, and it was not long before my lady and I came upon the caves, within which our prize sat concealed. We moved with haste through a labyrinth of narrow tunnels, till at last our path brought us to the heart of the creature's lair. One cannot find in words the joy we felt to behold the child alive, but alas, in the depths of the earth her rescue would be hard fought. For in our way the loathsome troll stood guard of its infant captive. No, you didn't. The subtitles may have said that, but I said snow saxifrage, which is a plant. The thrill of it has been some time since I last slayed a beast of such stature. Fey fought valiantly with tooth and claw, and soon the creature was felled. Wait, hang on. How do I... Yeah, this said snow saxifrage. How do I turn pages? I don't know what I just hit. Okay, so there was a beating heart.
It could mean anything.
I think I hit either RB or LB. Or RT.
The image to bring us here.
No good. Keep looking.
A flower atop a mound of earth.
Too vague.
A woman clothed in red.
Without a face or a name, she is of no use.
A place of worship.
Yes. That might work. Ask anyone here if they know of such a building.
Oh, gotta cut it, sentry. Okay. Left on the D-pad. Unravel the versions. Okay, so... It would help if there was controls somewhere, but there's not. So I'm just gonna randomly press some buttons. Y gives us stuff. Okay, so active objective is to unravel the visions. We need to ask the load. Okay, so we talked to Lac. And brave the cold. Blood on the snow. Mirror, mirror. Okay. Journal. So it was RT. Alright. Yes, RT. 23rd of August, 1888. The arcane still singes my soul. Water fails to quench thirst, and food tastes as ash in my mouth. It will do for days to come, no doubt. I could loathe her, I should, but her desperation is plain, and I cannot muster the anger within me, let alone rally it against her. An eternity trapped, though one deserved, is too cruel a punishment. Be that as it may, I now seek an ally where Fey hunts a foe. An ill-fated deed if there ever was one. I fear we shall leave the town succumb to a great sadness. Though we have promised to return to these dear friends, they should likely not see us again in their fleeting lifetimes. The reward was as handsome as they could muster. There was no option to decline. Okay, so we've got a Glacier Crowfoot. 2nd of September 1888. Bad weather delayed our departure in Kristiansand. Only I had the honour of bearing witness to my lady's indignant tirade against the cowardly bastards who delivered the news. We have now been at sea a handful of days, and the cliffs and winding fjords of that great country have long since faded from view. Our ship, the SS Cameo, is well suited to our needs, and the crew, much unlike the merchant vessel we previously sailed with, are far more accepting of Fey's presence. They had fought to confine her in the cargo hold for fear she bring bad omens, but here she may rest in the first-class cabins with the genteel folk who undertake these journeys out of curiosity. I have suffered from lack of sleep, though I have found no shortage of company here. The men are from fine stock and tell great tales. I pray their adventures tide me over until we reach port. I was still reading that. I hit the wrong button. No, there's no more. Okay. We got history. I've not collected anything. Bios. So we have Fey. I will never forget. A bright child with the affinity for the arcane. Fey's immortality was revealed during a failed assassination attempt upon her stepfather, King Uther. Fearing her power, the child was ostracized by her family. Yet her once devoted brother Arthur, and given over to the tutorship of Merlin. For a while, happiness was found in the isolation of the wilds under the wizard's merciful guidance. When the call came from Merlin to aid his king, he had no choice but to abandon Fey and leave for Camelot, a decision that would set into motion the fall of the kingdom. Fey, jealous and vengeful, sought to strip her brother of the crown and rule in his stead, but all did not go as planned, and the destruction of Camelot brought about her own untimely fall. Punished by Merlin to walk the earth in a form that mirrored her own bestial heart, Fey found companionship in none other than Sir Lancelot at Lac. Lac, we must sacrifice something for something greater than ourselves. Raised by the Lady of the Lake, young Lancelot was schooled in the ways of the Arthurian knights so that when his time came, he would ascend to his rightful place as the king's side and lead the kingdom to glory. He swiftly became the most famous of his Round Table brethren, stamping his name on history with every sword swing and damsel saved. That was until the tragic fall of Camelot brought an end to his way of life and provided the means for his miraculous rebirth. Now, bouncing from one selfless deed to another, Sir Lancelot has spent the last 1,000 years seeking not glory nor notoriety, but a place to call his own in a fast-changing world. With his chivalric code making a resurgence in Victoria, England, has he finally found a place to call home? We have not collected any more thingies. Collectibles! We got a doll and a shaded skin. Great. And I don't know how many. Unreasonably. Right. There we go. Okay, so that was why.
We need only look to the Bible.
Pick up item. Pick up item. Pick up item. The Night Maiden! We got a Penny Dreadful. Cool. Tale of London. Magic Cabin Publishing Company, 152 Fleet Street, London. Easy. It's a Penny Dreadful. It looked like we had something there. History. Ooh, Penny Dreadfuls. Also known as penny bloods and penny fiction, Dreadfuls were a 19th century publishing phenom that brought fiction to the masses. They told sensational tales of highwaymen, murderers, piracy, and monsters that titillated. There we go, Dan. Titillated readers of both sexes. Women could finally read about strong, beautiful, sometimes scandalous heroines, murderesses, lady detectives, and damsels freeing themselves from distress. The stories were especially popular amongst young men, and groups would gather together at the release of another article and share the cost between them. Many stories were released weekly over a period of years, often with little care for historical accuracy or continuity. One particular Penny Blood is a character killed off twice. The gorier the stories were, the bigger their popularity, and many caused quite a scandal in their day. Often blamed for the vagrancy and criminality of the underclass, a moral panic regarding the fiction pushed them to try and get it banned. The stories frequently appeared as evidence in court to explain the unlawful behaviour of young men and women, lawyers citing them as books of inspiration for the gullible. That feels like a good way to blame other people for your, foibles.
Chapter 17, verse 1. Come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Each of you look upon the ships arrived at port this very hour, and the thousands yet to come, their bellies pregnant with riches. The Bible doth speak of the bounty they carry, the merchandise of gold and silver, and precious stones, and of pearls and fine linen, and purple and silk and scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manner
He's
vessels
talking.
of ivory, and all manner vessels of most precious
I've got 4 achievements so far.
and of brass
Excellent.
and iron and marble, and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense, and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep, and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men, that ye shall not drink freely.
Ooh, a lot of people streaming today.
Whore's cup and go unpunished.
Right,
God
ow, I'm
hates
leaning on my...
the whore, and
Right,
shall make
okay,
it
talk to the
her
preacher.
Preacher, a word, if you will.
What is it that takes me from God's work?
I wish to locate this building.
I will not tell of the path to such an unholy place.
This is a house of God, is it not?
Those that dwell there think they know it's God, but they give heed to seducing spirits and the doctrines of devils.
Sounds rather interesting when you put it like that.
Stay and listen. Your soul may yet be saved.
Another time, mayhap.
Okay. Oh, there's a puppy over there. Okay, the walking is a wee bit annoying.
Yeah, hello. Oh, you're very beautiful. You look very nice. Can I sniff you, please?
Okay, that is a London dog.
Please, if you'll just hear me out. I can do twice the work of any man.
I told you to pack out of here.
Have you no mercy? This is my last chance. I've tried everywhere else.
For the last time, I ain't hiring no lag. Not when I've plenty of decent men with families that need feeding. Now that's the end of it.
Yay, one of my teas has been dispatched. Excellent. Because I need more tea like I need a hole in the head, but I like buying it. Cool. Okay. So, the walking is as awkward as it
I
is in
beg
Sherlock.
pardon, sir. If you're hoping for work, put in your name and white like the others.
Toil is not my purpose. I wish to locate the place here drawn.
Well, looks like Christ Church to me.
Be it far from here.
Well, you're both in Whitechapel, so that's a good start.
He knows it.
I have been a great while absent these parts. Perchance you could point the way.
Yeah, head out the gate and you'll find yourself on Lemon Street. From there, follow your nose and you can't miss it.
I thank you.
Interest you in a buttonhole, sir?
The police is stationed here.
There was no force here when we last braved the city. Such a thing did not exist.
Good. about time they pulled themselves together.
Hello. What a pretty one. Have you come to play? I don't think I can move too far, but I can try. I'll do my best.
Okay, it's kind of sad.
We can still win, comrades! Goodness can still prevail!
Tell me more of this world you favor.
It's a world where men like you work side by side with folk like us. Where we do not accept the accumulation of wealth in the hands of a few. A world where the citizens are not ruled by managers or kings.
Does the crown not still hold sway in these isles? You owe much to the sacrifices of knight and throne.
Huh, a royalist. I should have known from the way you hold yourself, the way you walk. As if you think we should all kneel before our betters. As if subjugation were our natural state. When the revolution comes, men like you will learn the place of the people. Men like you will quake in fear as the proletariat takes back what is ours.
Oh, we have not time for politics, Dulac.
Interesting to talk to all the people. You talk to the puppy. I mean, I talk to the puppy. I mean, I'm totally gonna go. Oh, hello. There's a lady over there, but apparently we're gonna go in the police station first. And you got the Falcon and the Lamb. It was the month of November, 1869, and the tepid afternoon, which had seen the morning chill, snuffed out by the resolute march of the winter sun. In the labyrinthine highways and byways of London, the plodding masses filled the streets to bursting. For it was here the city's wretches hawked their wares, consumed their goods, and expired when it was all done. Far from the external affairs of the metropolis, in a crowded kitchen beneath the well-trodden footways of the East End, a young maid sat to attention as the air was once again filled with the sound of tolling bells. Tolling bells. It is here, dear reader, we introduce Emma Holiday, a girl of tender age of 17 years whose fair countenance expressed all the gifts youth could possibly bestow. But in her mind was a secret most supernatural in its design, a marvel we shall make known later in our tale. With a laden tea-tray and worn smile, Emma ascended to the stairs, the drawing-room of her masters. We shall now endeavour to acquaint the reader with the occupants of this grand house, though they bear little importance with regards to this particular narrative. Lord Richard Dawley, a foppish man with an entirely forgettable appearance, stood posing as though a painter, his brush but an ill-behaved poker he wielded to stoke the fire beside which he had taken his position. Upon a sofa styled in an oriental design, as was the current fashion, lounged a sickly creature, Lady Catherine Dawley. Though pretty in both face and shape, and despite the opulence of her surroundings, she was frail. A small wan smile played upon her lips, as though she pictured herself somewhere more enjoyable. "Set it down, Holiday," intoned Lady Catherine. With lowered eyes, Emma did as she was bid. "What an extraordinary name!" The gentleman speaker reached forth for his teacup, his large well-formed hands encapsulating the delicate porcelain almost entirely. A shudder passed through the young maid's delicate form. "Isn't it just?" ejaculated Lady Catherine. "Will she be accompanying you to my party at Hever on Friday, Catherine?" Emma dared a swift glance towards their guest, though reclined and at ease. Sir Robert Mead struck an imposing figure. Despite being a friend of Lord Richard, the reader should not venture to draw a comparison between the two gentlemen. Whereas Lord Richard was a man moulded of lard, Sir Robert was sculptured from exquisite marble. Good heavens, no, I should have Elizabeth accompany me from the estate. Did I say that Valentina has written to me? She will be attending after all. Wonderful, declared Sir Robert. As Emma Holiday exited the scene, she felt the searching attention of the well-formed gentleman upon her, as though the force of his gaze alone could pierce the cloth covering her back and penetrate the very depths of her chaste soul. Sir Robert Mead had the eyes of a bloodthirsty falcon. Beneath that stare, she was naught more than a succulent lamb. Oh dear, that's a bit spicy, is it not? Oh, I wonder if we're picking up, like, the Night Maiden. This is page 1. Oh my god. Hi, Ima! We're just picking up a little bit of Victorian porn. And a very slightly way of awkwardly walking. Can't quite decide which way's up and which way's down in this.
Good day, sir. Afraid I'm not on duty. Happy to help, though. What can I do you for?
I am somewhat new to the area, Constable. My companion and I
could,
arrived by
Alkesh.
ship this morning.
Oh, that's so. Never been a seaman myself. Can't do the old, up and down lark. Humour aboard soul, sir. Where'd you hail from?
Norway.
Oh, pleasant, is it?
A vision to behold.
Several, actually.
Sounds like someone agrees. May I recommend you get further west, sir? You'll hold a better class of company there. An handsome gentleman such as yourself could end up in quite a spot of bother given Whitechapel's current affairs.
These affairs of which you speak.
Well, a man's got to be careful what with all them killings about. Attracts all kind of unsavoury folk.
This one has a loose tongue.
Who has been slain?
My mistake, my mistake. Can't go talking about that now, can we? Oh, Francis. Do us a favour, sir. Don't go telling me superiors. Shouldn't have said that. What with public alarm and all.
Aw, bless him.
Quite the man of mystery, sir. Some would have it that you stepped right out of one of them penny dreadfuls.
Okay, so we got a little bit of information, which, to be fair, we knew because Jack the Ripper is very, very, very famous. But yes, I wonder if it will be like,
You seem like a kind sort of gentleman. Perhaps you're in need of some
AI.
youthful company.
which is on sale right now. Like, really cheap on Xbox if you are looking to purchase it. If you did not manage to finish it before it left Game Pass, it is like £7 or $7, something like that. I want to talk to
Fancy
little
an
boy.
orange, sir?
Why ever not? How much?
Halfpenny, please.
A halfpenny for the young lady.
Hope you enjoy it, sir. If you come back later, I'll save a morsel for my dinner for your dog. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Sir, did you see that? I think she hears me.
We must be going, child. Thank you for the orange.
My pleasure, sir. I'm here all day
I
if
think
you
I
get
said it already,
peckish.
but... Caterpillar? Oh no, it's a sexy frog. It's a sexy frog. Oh, you finished it on Game Pass. Cool. Okay, I know Jesse hadn't, and some people were put off by the longer completion, but it's definitely, I mean, it's worth full price, but it's definitely worth £7. I bought it, and I've finished it, because I just wanted to own it again. Lady Magritte posted some sexy frogs. And I already obviously bought the sequel because I bought it when it came out and then finished it. Yes, draw me like one of your French frogs. Yeah, in fact, I think all of the Spike Chunsoft games are on sale right now. Some of them for various prices, but it's like 50% or 80% off most of them. So there is further art to that emote. It's spicy.
Finest blues in all of Whitechapel.
My God! Be that Sir Tristan's coat of arms? We
Based
must
on
return
Titanic,
here.
gotcha.
Oh. Ah, 'tis locked.
Oh no. What a shame.
Arthurian legend? Okay, we're gonna have to look at some codex entries, because, yeah. Ooh, okay, so the locals. We've got Esther. Sure. It's a hard life being a businesswoman. London lasses are known for their grit and pluck, and visitors to our great city will find none more so than little Esther share. Purveyor of the Queen's finest oranges, this young entrepreneur set his sights on a particularly antisocial hound and will stop at nothing until she is allowed to show her overwhelming affection. Well, we're definitely going to come back so she can give treats to the puppy. Violet Wright. Shrug off the shackles of your oppressors. A young upstart with dreams of government toppling and monarchy overthrowing, Violet parades up and down the streets of Whitechapel inviting others to join her cause. Though her heart is in the right place, this young rebel has a hard time knowing when to pick her battles. Some history. The Penny Dreadfuls. Oops, so food and... food and drink. The original fast food generation, Victorian society put our takeaway restaurants and drive-thrus to shame. A huge population boom saw an increase in the number of singletons and families during sharing lodging houses, many without the necessary utilities one would need to cook or prepare food. Luckily, London was ready to meet demand with supply, and soon the streets were teeming with vendors, selling all manners of meals and snacks on the go. Peas soup, baked potatoes, jellied eels and meat pies, hot wine, stew, beer, crumpets, muffins, fried fish. The list was endless. Morgana is voiced by Perdetta Weeks, who also starred in the Penny Dreadful show. I assume that is not by chance. She sounds a little bit like Morgana from the Merlin show, but I know that's not the same actress. London was a 24/7 city. Oh, also I really want fish and chips now. Many rising at the crack of dawn. Maybe I'll treat myself tomorrow. It is Friday tomorrow. Many rising at the crack of dawn to go to market, as others returned home in the early hours after a night shift. Vendors always had their wares available to feed and water the ceaseless streams of the labouring class, many having gone all day without nourishment. A halfpenny could get you a nutritious meal of hot eels or a pint of pea soup. Nice. Arthurian legend in the 19th century. Victoria's reign and the continued expansion of the British Empire renewed public interest in the legends of King Arthur. Reprints of Mallory Lamotte d'Arthur, bringing the king's story to the masses and further entrenching the character as an English folk hero. A symbol of perseverance and purity, the legends became entwined with Christian values, and a new code of ethics took chivalry outside the realms of knights and shaped it for the everyday gentleman. King Arthur was so popular a phenomenon that scenes from his stories, those depicting generosity, hospitality, mercy, religion and courtesy, were painted to adorn the walls of the Queen's robing room in Parliament. Interesting. Okay, so we've got Whitechapel. Diverse, yet deprived area, Whitechapel was the visual definition of true Dickensian London. Built and run off the backs of London's poorest inhabitants, the district made its money from boot and furniture making, labouring and textiles. Suffering from extreme poverty and overcrowding, Whitechapel was a warren of dark and narrow streets that were home to some of the most depraved and dangerous spots in London. Flower and Dean Street, Dorset Street and Berners Street were notorious for thievery and prostitution. A stranger getting lost in these alleys would most likely meet an unfortunate end, whether it be the loss of their purse or handkerchief, or something far more difficult to replace. We've got St. Catherine's Docks, earning its name from a medieval hospital. Lots of merchants. There's a lot of text. We're not going to read everything. The police! In 1829, we got the passing of the Metropolitan Police Act, involving from 6 to 22 divisions by 1888. The police force consists of just over 14,000 officers, 60% of which worked at night. Interesting. And each division was allocated a district in alphabetical letter. There was one division in particular that struck terror into the hearts of officers. H. Whitechapel Division. Man was considered worn out after 25 years of service. Oh dear. Sounds like a dangerous job. Commercial Street. Wow. It has changed. Between 1836 and 1844, Commercial Street gouged its way through the slums of Whitechapel, raising streets and cleaving through criminal rockeries in an attempt to open up the dark alleys of Spitalfields to the never-ending gaze of the law. Oh my god. I mean, it is absolutely freaking massive now. A local criminal. Squibby. But yeah, Commercial Street, Spitalfields. I mean, you know, all of these, you wouldn't think looking at them these days. H Division. Superintendent Thomas Arnold. Excuse me. Edmund Reed, the CID. Interesting. Go down in history as the force incapable of catching one of the United Kingdom's most notorious serial killers. Yes. Well, but also because, you know, Jack the Ripper was never caught. So, anyway, let's get massively distracted by the reading. Oh, I do like a good reading. Some ladies of the night. In the day. Muffins! I would like a muffin, please.
Crumpets.
Oh, won't let me get a muffin. I got an orange, though. We will come back and visit the little girl.
Oi, sir! Fancy seeing where old Polly met her end? It'll cost mine, but I knows how to get us there quick like.
There has been a death.
Course there has. Getting on a week and the paving's still red with her blood. I've seen it with me own eyes.
Shoo him away.
Hey, and don't worry about no crowds gawking neither. I knows how to clear 'em out. You'd have the spot all to yourself.
Dulac, this does not concern us. Go away, boy.
Here, dog's not like to bite, is it?
Be not afraid. She is well commanded. I must be off, child. My path leads elsewhere.
Where's that then, sir?
Christchurch.
Farthing sees you to the steps.
Outrageous!
To the steps.
Oh, thanking you kindly, sir. Right
I'm going to
this way.
support the children. He's supposed to be, you know, Arthurian legend.
I did not see you in the congregation. Mara always told me you were rotten.
Are we supposed to be following you, dear? Or are you just standing there? Okay, well, we will walk along. I mean, you know, Arthurian legend, if he's supposed to be chivalrous, then he would undoubtedly be kind to the kiddywinks.
Oh, I'm ruined. I'm absolutely ruined.
What is the matter?
That's all of next week's dinners flying down the street. My music, all my sheets blown to the bleeding wind. I should have pinned them up, stupid cow.
I shall aid you in any way I can.
Thank you, sir, but now ain't the time.
Then you fret over nothing?
Yeah, that's right. It's nothing. Suppose I'll just get by with no money this week.
And what should I do, perchance I find any of these ballads?
Go home and eat coke for all I care. They're ruined.
Perhaps we should depart.
But I did nothing wrong.
Just fuck off.
Okay, maybe, you know, trying to help everyone is not going to work. Fairly certain we want to go to the churchy things, so of course I'm going to go everywhere else. Got the 10 bells. I don't know if there's an achievement for doing all the codex or whatever, but I'm certainly going to explore best I can. Talk to the cat! Talk
Would
to the
you
friendly
consider
woman.
trading feet with me, sir? Mine ache worse than me back.
I feel ya.
What'll it be, sir? Got a lovely selection of ales here. Take your pick.
No, thank you. Another time, mayhap.
We got a codec entry.
Clo! Clo! Old Clo!
I beg pardon, sir.
What do you want? Fuck off.
Excuse me.
Here it is, Christchurch, as is promised.
We are most grateful.
Will that be all?
Humour a stranger, if you would. What should a man now do with his day?
You look to the urchin for advice. Maybe the pair of you can go dipping pockets together.
I wouldn't know, sir.
Oh, why ever not?
Well, I'd be a mudlark, sir. I ain't got no plans today. I ain't got plans tomorrow either.
A mudlark?
Why, sir, you ain't never seen one before.
That much is apparent.
A mudlark ain't nothing special, sir. We're up to our oxes in the Thames, looking for bits of things to walk on.
Are your mothers not sick with worry?
They ain't got time for worry, sir. None of us got any time. Do move on, sir. Your round is giving me the evil eye.
Oh, there's an item. I got a song sheet! Annie Lauren. Ooh, and a bloop. Go! I found the 7 sheets of Aether music. Aether music, okay. Interesting.
Still here. You want a song? I'll give you a fucking song. There once was a gent named...
Dulac. My name is Dulac. And you are?
And if he didn't fuck off, he'd get a smack. He claimed good intent, that's clear. But the man and the bitch weren't wanted, not here. That's all you're getting today, now go.
I like her, but I picked up her music. Can I walk now? Thank you.
Hey, sir. Seeing how me seen the ring, sir? May I look for it myself, but me I'd have much luck.
Precious oysters in all of London, sir. Plump little beauties,
Ugh.
aren't they?
Say no to oysters. Worse than coconuts. Got some more codex entries. Yes, no oysters indeed. Amount of collectibles. Any more bios? Oh, we got Charles Bennett. Charlie! I knows what I need for the right price. Yeah, I'm allergic to shellfish. And also, no, they just look like bogies. It's like mussels. It's just wrong. Never has there been a grubbier child than Charles Bennett. Perhaps one might discover a hidden cherub beneath the dirt and grime of the metropolis, but cloaked as he is in his London skin, Charlie proves to be true East End rascal. quick-fingered and silver-tongued. When this little Rugger's up to his armpits and rubberbank mud, searching for knickknacks, he's freeing the pockets of gentlemen from any excess handkerchiefs. Well, hopefully he didn't pickpocket us because we were nice to him. We've got mudlarking. Benefits of Wellington boots and metal detectors. 19th century beachcombers took to the mudflaps of the Thames as a career, not a hobby. The mudlarks of Victorian Britain could be found picking through the sewage and debris of the Thames riverside in tattered clothing, a ragtag group of young boys and hardy elderly who earned their crust through the government through the procurements of London's cast-offs. Hi, Jessie. Sexy Frogs was Dan mishearing me, which Lady Magritte took and ran with, and I appreciate that. And no, we were actually reading porn. Penny Dreadful porn. At least that's what it feels like it's going to be, based off the snippet that I read, which then prompted a discussion about AI. So there we go. 19th century beachcombers. No, I said beefcombers. I meant beach. I can't read today. It was listed as a recognizable profession up until the early 20th century. It was, however, considered an unlawful one. Fair enough. We've gained the 10 bells. Settled in a nook. I love nooks. The join of Commercial and Fournier Street. In Spitalfields. It was moved in 1851 as Red Lion Street was torn down. No! But Red Lion Street still exists. The name of the pub has like its location shifted over time, changing as bells were added or removed to the Peel houses in Christchurch across the road. 10 Bells name seems to have stuck for some time, as the number of bells increased to 12 and then dropped to 8 due to fire. John Waldron was the landlord of the 10 Bells in 1888, and the public house became famous for its proximity to the Whitechapel murders, even being sympathetically renamed the Jack the Ripper between 1975 and 1988. Safe to say that the rename didn't go down too well, and now the 10 Bells still stands as it did all those years ago, still serving the thirsty patrons of Whitechapel. Also got Spitalfields. Period of gentrification. Then immense deprivation and disrepair. And very soon it became known as the worst criminal rookery in all of London. Nice. Then Christchurch. The first of the Commission's churches. Interesting. Considered one of the grandest of all the Queen Anne churches, as the collection came to know. The eventual building was fraught with disaster and financial difficulty. It was struck by lightning in 1841. The repairs cost £408. A fortune back then. In 1576, during development work near the Spitalfield Churchyard, a discovery of Roman funeral urns and artifacts was found. The Saxon funeral coffins found with the collection went on to be stored in the Christchurch vaults. Hundreds of years later, those very same vaults would provide local people with shelter during the Blitz. Nice. Yeah, so premise is Lancelot, Lancelot, and Lac Fey, who is a papa. We are in search of Merlin, and we were led to a church in Whitechapel.
Well, what say your nose? Does the wizard here reside?
I struggle to detect anything past the stench of rotting corpse. But no, he's not here.
Then why show it us in the mirror?
I do not know.
Excuse me.
This place has meaning. It must. I am ready to leave.
No, well, I want to talk to there's someone there.
Is there something I may help you with, sir?
Ah, okay, fine, we can't. Okay. anything in particular and any particular reason to torture me? Because I can also refund your points. Do I need to have started it? Well, I need to own it. Really looks like there's something to pick up, but there's not. It's just roses on the edge of all of them. Okay. The walking is really awkward. I'm trying to go out the door. Okay. Does that mean Milo needs to go for a walk? Because I'm thinking I could do with some tea, and it is an hour and a half into the stream. It's not marked as it is in my... Okay, what game are we talking about? Oh, it needs extra snuggles. Okay. That is odd. Correlation. But, you know. Oh, Octopath! I mean, it's in Game Pass. Like, still, even though it said it was going out of Game Pass. It was on sale, but not low enough for me to pick up a copy, because, yeah. Everything needs snuggles. Just gonna pop over on my laptop. I mean, Octopath seems reasonable. But you already streamed that. So everyone that wants to watch it's already seen it, right? It has a walkthrough. Yeah, it feels like a long game. But yes, everything needs snuggles. That's why I have a hot water bottle, because it's cold, so I'm snuggling. But yes, I do need to get some tea, because I realised when I hydrated earlier that my tea is low. I forgot to replenish it before my stream. Oh, Power Wash is great though. It's in my RTDL this month, so I'm gonna use that as an excuse to stream more of it. Octopath isn't in my RTDL. Unless I'm on slight delay with the responding. Oh, you meant that it's good. Fair enough. It's also long. That would require lots of streams. Like, lots of streams. Have you reached lots of points then? Are you ready to request a thing? I mean, to be fair, if you request a thing, it's going to require lots of streams anyway. Alright, okay, so I don't have to worry about it for a little while. I mean, you can run the game past me beforehand, you know, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to have a short tea break. So now is the time to get hydration, food, take your tablets, stretch, go to the bathroom, whatever you need. I will be between... Oh, complete a game is only 75k. Oh, I see. Not a special stream, right. Okay, fair enough. I may have to do complete a game as complete a story, but also if it's a really, really long game. Right, so we're just going to take a quick break. I need to get some tea. I'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy the void. Hello, I'm back. I have more tea. Right, let's catch up with chat. Yes. Okay. Something competition. But yes, I am running a giveaway for a copy of this game on Xbox. At the moment, hashtag Jack to enter. And welcome into Bilious.
Surely you did not expect to find him so soon.
No. Yes. You must think me a damn
I will draw it in. Probably on the hour.
Do not rush to disagree.
I shall not. Night gathers. It would be wise to seek a room.
Somewhere close by. Tiredness has suddenly crept upon me.
As you wish.
Look for lodgings. Right, in Whitechapel. Does not feel like a good idea, but hey.
Precious oysters in all of London, sir. Plump little beauties, aren't they?
There is a guy standing over here. No worries, Leaky. It's no obligation. No obligation whatsoever. But also, hi. You can be lurking without telling me that you're lurking. I will not judge. We are just wandering around London.
I seek a room.
You're in luck, sir. Came vacant this very morning.
What price do you ask?
Crown a night.
Dulac, this place is a hovel. He should be paying us.
Yeah, well, you can forget it if your dog keeps growling like that. Can't be having no feral beasts under this roof.
Fey? Feral? Wag your tail. See? 'Tis but a sign of her good nature.
Yeah, well, I'll be keeping my eye on the growler all the same.
Then it is settled.
Rooms are top
Sounds reasonable to me. We got a bloop. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. There we go. We get a little song as well.
Oh. It appears we require a coin.
Heads mattress, tails the floor.
Heads. Ha!
No, the puppy gets to bed.
Ah, good. You're awake.
Did you sleep?
Oh, how long have I slept?
But a few hours. My mind would not allow it. The floor did little to help.
What are you drawing?
A map of whence we have so far travelled.
Oh. Then you think we should stay?
We could do much good here.
Someone's changed their tune. Out with it. I can see you're dying to tell me something.
I have been thinking.
Never a good thing.
Oh, I didn't go back to the little urchin.
Of that woman's murder.
What woman?
The one the boy told us of. Polly, Mrs. Nichols.
Before you ask, no. We're not giving her relatives any money.
Your wit astounds. I found a newspaper which details her crime. Cast your eye over it.
Thank you. Ooh, we have Sir Tristan's coat of arms. 6th of September 1888. I cannot fathom how or when, but my damned purse was stolen. Fay thinks me a liar and believes instead I have bestowed it upon some poor waif. My lady knows well my charitable, if not predictable, heart, but this time I was yet to meet her expectations. This is not a place for dull wits, and mine must sharpen quickly if we to avoid further misdeed. My first task is to replace what was taken, and though I do relish the prospect of earning my own crust, I fear I may be out of my depth. When we last spied the waters of the Thames, I had taken a wage in London's bountiful fields. Alas, I have not spied green since we stepped ashore. Nay, I tell a lie. To see those colours again stirred within me a feeling I thought long buried. An immortal life is scarred with lost loves, but few have moved this stoic heart quite like he. Perhaps in Avalon we shall one day meet again. Lancelot and Sir Tristane. I'm thinking that the little kid, Charlie, stole my wallet. John Waldron, you don't get to have the finest public house in Whitechapel by chance. Fine, we'll cast our eye. Okay.
Bucks Row, the site her body was found.
Whitechapel murder. The coroner's inquiry into the dreadful murder of Mary Ann Nichols was on Monday, adjourned until the 17th instance, but all day yesterday, informal discussions were going on among the inhabitants of the locality in which it occurred. At every street corner, gossips clustered around anyone who could give the fullest particulars of the inquest, and at the end of Bucks Row, the spot on which the body had been found, was throughout the day scene of eager debate as to the probabilities of discovering the criminal. Infanticide at Birmingham. Ew. Blimey. Essex and Sons solicitors. Alright. Groups of hard-featured, sorrowful-looking women clustered together and bent over what they supposed to be the blood-stained paving stones, and told strange stories of the difficulties credibly reported to be always experienced in obliterating the marks of human gore. People in the neighbourhood seemed very much divided in the opinion as to the probability of it being the work of one person or several. The women, appearing to show a shuddering dread at the thought of being abroad in the streets after nightfall, had their fears expressed by the more nervous of them. "Thank God I needn't be out after dark," ejaculated one woman. "No more needn't I," said another. "My 2 girls have got to come home latish, and I'm all of a fidget till they comes." Nothing appears to have caught the attention of anyone except some story of murderous outrage, every detail of which they had already lightly lived. Very rough and coarse for many of these men and women and girls, who from hour to hour gathered above the little thoroughfare to talk over this awful mystery. But somehow it was not the roughness which most depressed the observer. If any word was said in prejudice with regards to the victim, it was immediately met with an emphatic expression of pity and compassion at the hapless woman's faults and frailties. No matter what she was, the poor thing, 'tain't for us to judge her now. Six and Sons solicitors, rock solar elixir.
A description of the villain they seek.
Leather apron.
Leather apron, they call him.
Suspect identified.
It seems
Leather
Whitechapel
apron.
streetwalkers bear the brunt of his wrath.
Mary Ann Nichols. Description of the man wanted is 30 years, height 5'3", complexion dark sallow, hair and moustache black, thick-set, dressed in old and dirty clothing, and is of Jewish appearance. It has been stated that the murdered woman seen in the company of this man a few hours before her body was discovered. He ought to at least be an important witness in the adjourned inquest. Mr. Green Chemist.
See here. It speaks of abdominal mutilation.
This is all wonderfully intriguing, Dulac, but why does this concern me?
Was one of the visions not a severed heart?
So, this mentions nothing of the sort.
Nor is it denied either. Does our being here so close to the event have no import whatsoever?
Ah, you're not going to let this go, are you? What do you suggest?
Yes.
This newspaper is but one account. Other people might know more. A doctor, mayhap.
Detailed examinations would have been undertaken. But how to find such a man?
The police.
They are not likely to divulge such information to us.
Then I shall persuade them.
I take it eating first is out of the question. It is not as though I am unaccustomed to starvation.
The murders of Whitechapel, inquiries made by police. The murder of Mary Ann Nichols has so many points of similarity with the murder of 2 other women in the same neighbourhood recently. The police admit the belief that the 3 crimes may have been the work of one individual. All 3 women were of the class called unfortunates, each so very poor that robbery could have been no motive for the crime. Each was murdered in a similar fashion, and all 3 murders were committed within a distance of 300 yards of each other. The facts have led the police to almost abandon the idea of a gang being abroad to wreak vengeance on the women of this class for not supplying them with money. Detective Inspector Aberline of the Criminal Investigation Department and Detective Inspector Helson, J Division, are both of the opinion that only one person, and that a man, had a hand in the latest murder. Oh, fair enough. Are you at work then? Or at university? Same difference, I guess. Yeah, cool. Yes, your Xbox is still on and it is still playing the game for you. It is, however, noticed the latter victim, Mary Ann Nichols, received the most severe injuries, and it's this paper's belief that her case differs from that of Emma Smith, who expired in the London hospital April 4th, and of Martha Tabram, found dead at George Yard August 7th. Mary Ann Nichols was subject to the most horrific abdominal mutilations, and her throat had been cut from ear to ear. It was noted during the post-mortem examination of the body that the viscera of the women had either been removed or were missing. The same can be said for each of the other 2 mentioned here. Yeah, those 2 names are not generally associated with Jack the Ripper. The inquest had been adjourned until the 17th, and more clues may yet appear in that time. Railway incident? Forecasts of weather. Right, I think we've read all the paper now. Oh, so we're going to go to the police station. We're also going to, along the way, talk to the little girl. Because I forgot to before we went to the pub. Corn grime is unpredictable. That sucks. There's another puppy. Oh, there's also... Can we talk to the cat yet?
Hello again. Yeah, you there. I remember you. The pretty one. Let me sniff. Perhaps. Do you want babies? We can have babies. Little ones. You like that? I would. Please.
Reginald. Reginald the cat is still snoring. The puppy
you don't
over
smell
here.
like water anymore. What happened? Don't go, please. Don't go. Stay. Play. Perhaps. Come back again.
Would you consider trading feet with me, sir? Mine ache worse than me back.
I trust the room is to your liking, sir?
It's as acceptable. Oh, it's quite dark. Maybe we can... Oh, hang on. Is there a police person over there? Oh, maybe that's actually the way we wanted to go anyway.
Dulac, I sense An old friend.
The chemist. It would seem to be closed.
We must stop by later for a visit then. Oh, it does the heart good to know we are not as alone as we feel.
Oh, for goodness sake!
Excuse me, sir, please help me. This man, this scoundrel.
What has he done?
He stole money from me, sir.
I've had enough of this.
I do not suffer thieves. You will give the lady back her coin at once.
I didn't take nothing.
Now.
Here, take it.
Your coin, my lady.
Oh, my knight in shining armor. And please, call me Irene.
It is my duty to aid a lady in need.
He's got a stick up his ass.
If only others were so accommodating. Oh, I'd love to stay and chit-chat. But my parents will be missing me. I hope to see you again.
Okay. Oh. Okay, we've made it back to the docks.
Fancy a challenge, sir?
My knight is not without one already, Constable. But why not add another?
I'm working on a song, see? It helps the time pass by quick like. Only thing is I'm struggling with the words.
I have been known to aid a few bards in my time. Good man, you have my ear. Be quick.
Splendid, sir! It's a funny old song about a lady getting woke in the night. She thinks there's a villain come to steal her things. But it ain't. It's a mouse.
Aww.
Who on earth hired this man?
See? Even your dog likes it. I think I'm onto something here, sir. Just needs a name.
We have something clever.
Don't wake a lady.
Blow me, that's it, sir. Your first try and all.
Isn't it a bit simple?
I could suggest more.
Nope, that's the one. You have a good night now, sir. Thank you for your kind help.
Cool. I do wonder where the small child went. Maybe it's a bit late.
In need of a little company, perhaps, sir? We could play it all fours.
You shall find no custom here, fleshmonger.
Surely the gentleman is a Marjorie, given the gaudiness of his coat?
Sorry.
Please, I have no time for your vulgarities.
You think it a sin to lie with a man?
Good heavens, no. The sin is to pay for the pleasure.
And I thought tonight would be deadly dull. A good night to you, sir. You know where to find me.
Maybe it's been long enough that the small child...
Evening, sir. Now, what can I do for you?
No, I don't think the small child has grown up. I think I'm on the wrong screen, and also the small child has probably gone home. We do want to go to the police station. I know that is our eventual goal. But yes, I think the small child was in the corner here. On this scene. And is now a constable. Maybe tomorrow.
Evening, sir. Now, what can I do for you?
Maybe that loose-lipped policeman will be out.
Evening, sir. How may I be of assistance?
It is urgent news I carry, of the woman's death.
Which woman, sir?
Mrs. Nichols.
If you wish to give a statement, I can send for a detective.
No. I am to deliver word to the surgeon who saw her in death.
Oh, Dr. Llewellyn.
Yes, Dr. Llewellyn.
Right shocking case, that one.
This guy is just hopeless.
To think, a poor woman lying there right now in the dark. Oh, gives me the shivers.
She rests in peace.
Begging your pardon, sir, but there ain't much resting to be had in a mortuary.
She has not been interred.
Now, I'm not one for idle gossip, but they tells me a nurse is arranged for collection tomorrow morning.
So soon?
Well, that's not information we're giving to the public, mind. We don't want crowds gathering and causing disruption.
This mortuary, I have forgotten its whereabouts.
Oh, it's Eagle Place, off Old Montague Street.
Yes, of course. Well, I bid you good evening.
But, sir, your urgent letter for the doctor.
It can wait.
Oh, thank heavens for idiots.
I am not one for idle gossip, but I will tell you everything. Okay, so. Follow the lead. But yes, it appears that Lancelot had a relationship. I like it. Alexander Grant. Ready to lock it up with a few free gentlemen any time. Information dealer, crimson dandy, effervescent party guest. If Alexander Grant were in ownership of a business card, it'd be printed in black with such self-proclaimed accolades. Parading the streets, seeking the next notch in his bedpost, this scarlet scoundrel has a taste for the finer things in life, and will stop at nothing to procure his due. Excuse me? Sergeant Frank Gully. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. Well liked by the entire force for his kindly manner and biscuit-sharing habits, Sergeant Francis Gully isn't exactly sure how he ended up in the police force, but they let him sit down a fair bit, though he hasn't moved since. He's about as skilled as an husband as he has an officer, and often whiles away the tedious hours of duty regaling all and sundry with the domestic disputes, or more often than not, the intimate details of whatever case happens to be on his desk at the time. Yep. Right, we need to find this.
Evening, sir. Now, what can I do for you?
We have no need of the doctor now.
I have no notion where this old Montague Street is to be found.
No, but I know a boy who will.
For a price?
He already took his old purse, so... Ooh, hello.
Evening, sir. Apologies, but it's rather unwise to be out at this time. May I be of service?
I heed your concern, Detective, though my companion and I are fine. We are weary and would prefer to get on.
Understood, friend. Is it a day's work which troubles you?
A long journey that saw us land this morn.
Ah, a couple of seafarers then, is it? Might I inquire from where you set sail?
Norway. My partner here does loathe such transport. I fear another bout of sickness imminent.
I shan't keep you a moment longer then, sir. A good night to you and the young lady.
Good thinking, Dulac. A well-dressed man will always avoid being sprayed with vomit.
Yeah, we're not going to ask him for help because we want to ask the boy. I want to be consistent. So, we're probably just going to... Oh, it's 10. We're going to... Probably just going to do the one stream on this. It's a bit slower paced. And also the controls are a wee bit clunky. Okay, last chance to enter for a copy of this game. So you can find out what happens for yourselves. Hashtag... Okay, apparently I've got interested in a different game. So, yes. Hashtag Jack for a chance to win. Ooh, and I got my achievement. Where's my list? So yeah. Hashtag Jack, we're going to run the giveaway in 5, 4. Oh, it's on Xbox. 3, 2, 1. And rolling it. Gosh! Woo! Congratulations, Alkesh. You have won the giveaway. I will mark you down as having won. And message you the code in a moment when I find where I put it. Right. I'll message you on Discord, because that's just easier. There you go. Congratulations. Oh no, it's fine. I found it. I was on the wrong page. I was on my random to-do list, because that also has Lac Fey, but that was the achievement that I won from my random to-do list. You were so close to winning, you just forgot to enter. I'm sorry, but congratulations to Alkesh. Enjoy. Please feel free to, well, please please redeem and tweet on, or tweet or toot or whatever, tagging Ideal Xbox and myself and the stream, just to spread the word and all that. Which was the achievement? Sandwiches! Find a penny, pick it up. Cool, it was picking up the porn. Always love it when my achievement for random to-do list is picking up the porn. I'm going to keep saying that. It amuses me greatly. It probably wasn't porn. It felt like porn. That was Dan. Yeah, Dan was online. I have certain people to show, and certain people like to keep on coming on and offline to be annoying, or, you know, the thingy. So yes. So there we go. I will unpin the giveaway because we are done. So yes, congratulations, Alkesh. Right, we're going to talk to Charlie and do a little bit more.
What's that then, sir?
I must find the place where they keep the dead. An old Montague Street?
Yeah, I knows it.
A farthing for your trouble?
A penny now, sir.
How so?
Precisely.
I ain't no fool, sir. If you had leave to go there, it'd be peelers you'd be asking, not me.
I could easily find another boy to show me the way, but coins are not so easy to find.
Farthing it is then, sir. Follow me. I've taught myself to pick 'em, sir.
It was skillfully done, Charlie. We need light.
I can smell oil. There must be a lamp in here somewhere.
Found an old lock in the river. I cleaned it up and oiled it. I'm practiced. Now I can do it without looking.
Clever lad. Oh, I see the lamp. Oh, the walking in this is slightly awkward. But also it's probably just because I am very bad at isometric walking. Usually I move the camera so I don't walk into things. Look, sir! 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 That's not the way I'm hitting on the thing. Look, there's a lamp on the floor! Oh my god, do I have to be? Yeah, oh my god, it's not as bad as Grim Fandango, where you had to play the whole bloody game with tank controls. Yeah, it's like, yeah, the other left. But also, why can I not... Oh, there's also one by the door. That would be better. Right. Okay. That was me just going for the wrong lamp. The other lamp, not the other left. I want to read whatever's on the table. But yeah, no, it was exceedingly painful playing Grim Fandango the entire time. No, can't pick up whatever's on the table. Fine. We'll do an autopsy. But yes, I don't know who you're talking to about changing Xbox, and maybe it might have been Dan, but Dan recently changed the Twitch so that it was down on Milo. I personally would prefer to be Angel SK everywhere, but I am not.
She has been cut across the throat.
Today is nearly Friday.
There are wounds to the stomach too.
2 hours,
What
and
do
it's
you
Friday.
smell?
She has been thoroughly cleaned. I detect very little.
There might be something here that can tell us more.
Yeah, there's a piece of paper over here that I've been trying to get. There we go. Excuse me. A week off due to the... you have ice.
He thinks her age to be 25.
The poor woman appears older.
40 to 45, 5'2", 150. No idea what measurement. I'm assuming pounds based off the height. Victim is missing 5 teeth. Slight laceration to the tongue. Hands and wrists were cold at the scene, but the body and lower extremities were warm. Dead no more than half an hour.
He saw marks to indicate there was a struggle.
The killer was swift.
The weapon has severed all the tissues down to the vertebrae.
Excuse me.
My God. I'm surprised the head is still attached. Do the notes mention a weapon?
The doctor supposes a long-bladed knife. His theory is that the assailant is left-handed.
Later on, as in the next, like, half an hour? Or later on, as in... I'm not near it yet. Okay, cool. I don't think I'm going to stream any more of this. It was a good showcase. Sexual chocolate. It's not a spoiler if it's a warning, you know, it could be potentially problematic on stream. I appreciate that. Also, you know... well, you have the game, Alkesh. You just won it. I mean, it is Jack the Ripper. They are prostitutes, effectively. So, yeah, that does not surprise me, considering... hopefully it's not too jarring. But yes, I think because I'm trying to be slightly more efficient with my streaming, because I have a huge backlog, and, you know, I'm trying to get through it. I think where it's a slower process, I mean, this... I've done the prologue. I've not even reached the end of chapter 1, and there's like 7 or 8 chapters. This is like 7 or 8 streams if I was to finish this on stream, because I'm slow. So I think this is going to be the only stream I'm doing as a snapshot. If you want to find out what happens, go by yourself. It's not an expensive game. It took over 10 hours, but I bet you didn't read all the stuff out loud. Yeah, exactly. I'm not reading it all. I'm reading most of it, though. So yeah, that always takes the time, really. Yeah, it's 10 hours without reading it. So yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm enjoying the game. I'm just thinking it's slightly slower paced, and also so it's not. You know, people tend to complain when I do the slower games. Unless it's Power Wash, everyone seems to love that. But, yeah, it's slower, it's slightly clunky controls. But I am very much intrigued where this is going, and I am definitely going to be enjoying playing the rest of it. But not on stream. we are going to be good and restrict ourselves to one stream where possible. To showcase rather than completely show. So yeah. I wonder if I'll finish chapter 1 before the end of the stream. We'll go probably another half an hour or the end of chapter 1, whichever comes first. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Definitely, I want to play more. I don't want to be restricted to playing on stream. I would like to play randomly for like ages and ages and ages. Just because. Character development is excellent. Cool. Well, I mean, I was sold on it because point and click and Jack the Ripper, Lancelot and Morgan Le Fay, and voice acting. Oh, and this action has consequences. Nice. Yes, I very much like that it has voice acting. My voice is feeling particularly bruised today. I don't know why. And we're partially voicing Arcade Spirits on Sunday, so yeah. Plus Recall. So this weekend's going to be very much a voiced streams. But yeah, we are going to just restrict to one stream as a showcase. Very much appreciative, however, of getting a code for streaming purposes and one to give away. So yeah. Yes, incision. Okay. Can I read the other bit of the... I want to read the other page. Oh, I can't read the other page. That's the whole page. Fine. Okay, fine.
But little blood was to be seen.
Glass and a half.
Strange, considering the savagery of the neck wound.
Interesting.
Well, I see nothing here connecting this to the heart.
You do not think the missing blood curious?
Maybe it's a vampire.
Particularly. Maybe it was simply washed away by the rain. It's impossible to know for sure. This will not help us find...
Merlin, I know.
You look for something that isn't there, Dulac. And you know what else isn't there? Food. In my stomach.
Hey, Gov! We need to paddle! Someone's coming!
I really like the kid.
Ah, what excellent timing. Oh, Dulac.
Yes?
The lamp.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, they're serving oyster stew.
Ew.
Wait.
If you dare tell me there is no money, I shall howl.
Within me, something stirs.
One of us is here.
Could it sound dodgy?
Damn oysters. I cannot place it.
We must question these folk and find who it is.
Check the magic source.
Dulac, the woman, she wears a red shawl. This is surely another of the visions.
Keep going. You're doing fine.
The mystery attending the horrible murders in Whitechapel shows no sign of lessening.
I have indeed.
Residents are led in their anger over the
all of Doctor Who, all of Torchwood.
Inefficiency.
Basically.
Not doing a good job.
inefficiency of the detectives involved. Above all, the people wish
You
to
say that
know
like I have
why
any
the
idea who
police
the name
not
is.
Yet arrested
Terrible with names.
Leather Apron.
She seems blind to our presence.
Which character?
I wonder, can she hear you speak?
We shall see. Go and talk to her. But mention nothing of Merlin, not
I'm
until
so
we
bad
know.
with names.
Then what would you have me say?
Anything. Just converse.
I could Google it. I will Google it. Oh, Ianto! I wondered if it was Ianto. I love Ianto. Ianto is the best. Ianto Jones. Oh my god! Dude, will you just get your butt over there and talk to her? Seriously. I can't get to the character. I'll go around the long way and see if it'll let me do that. No. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry, but the controls in this are annoying. There we go. Talk to the woman. Apparently I just need to back out.
Forgive me, miss, but I would have a few minutes of this lady's company, if you would permit.
Here, Mary. I think he's looking for a play.
We'll continue again tomorrow. You be off now, Kitty.
I'm making out better, aren't I? Ever so grateful I am. Truly. Sir?
Well, I've got Y for the menu-y stuff. Probably D-pad does stuff. I never really used the D-pad in anything.
Well, you know my
but good,
name. How about yours?
Good pointing out.
Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins.
All right, Mr. Jenkins.
This game uses it's probably why I'm doing so poorly.
For a go. Half now, half when we're finished. Buy me a drink and I'll talk dirty while we do it.
No, thank you. It's not what I seek.
No, thank you. That is not what I seek.
A man not looking for a fuck? Well, Mr. Jenkins, I never heard no gent say that before. What is it that you do want?
Maybe not speak?
Afraid your pleasantries might be wasted on me.
She isn't making this easy.
Your dog don't half make queer noises.
That she does.
Yeah, you seem like a nice man. Too nice to be hanging around these parts. Bad things been happening here of late, the likes of which you couldn't imagine.
I take you mean this leather apron.
Aye.
It is a vile craven that hunts women.
Fine words, Mr. Jenkins. You sound just like the Rosas and everyone else round you who claims to care. But your words won't help Mrs. Nichols now, nor the others he's butchered. God rest their souls.
You asked for that.
There have been others.
If you're not going to pay for my bed, then I must find someone who will. Good evening, sir.
'Tis madness. You walk the streets knowing a murderous cutthroat is out there.
Ha! You speak as though I had a choice.
Is she the magic one, though?
I doubt she'll forget me in a hurry.
I was but a dog in her eyes. So strange.
How is that so?
It is extremely rare, but some mortals have innate access to the arcane. The odd thing is that something is blocking hers.
Maybe it's the red cloak.
She knows of Merlin.
It's too early to tell. I will follow her and learn more. This is exciting.
She's forgotten a stomach.
Pray tell, what am I to do?
Why do Lac? Fetch dinner, of course.
Oh, there we go. The game is afoot. Chapter 2, Woman in Red. Chapter 1 completed. I'll just let it do the thing. Well, then we'll check the D-pad and then we'll end the stream. Because I did say end of the chapter or half an hour, depending on what comes first. Okay, we have mail and also the lady's dreaming of walking on the moon. Was it 70s? Oh, now we're her! Oh my god, okay, that's brilliant. Okay, so that is why. So, objective is left on the D-pad. Right on the D-pad brings up the menu. Okay, which, to be fair, is exactly the same as Y, so. We don't have access to the journal. So, Mary Ann Polly Nichols. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. God, there's a lot of stuff. Oh no. She ran out of money. Oops. The old Montague's mortuary. Attached to the workhouse. toast to 4 of the victims, Marianne Nichols, Annie Chapman, Alice Mackenzie and Francis Coles. Poor judgment. Oh dear. Right. Forensics. Ooh, near the end of Victoria's reign, photography had found its way into the Met's crime-fighting arsenal. Suddenly, crime scenes to be captured and studied later, which without fear of rain, wind, or human error destroying potential evidence. All 5 of the canonical Ripper victims had post-mortem photographs taken of them, meaning that, even over 100 years later, we can still review their cases. Oh, that's cool. Toxicology was in its infancy. And then we've got the test for arsenic. Odds still stacked against everything. Fingerprinting wouldn't appear for 3 years, and tests on blood could only tell the difference between human and animal. Witness testimony and catching the perpetrator in the act. So that ain't gonna happen. I got mail! We've got Sergeant William Thick. He was a farmer. Oh my god. Okay. Born into a harsh and unforgiving rural landscape, William Thick swapped farm tools for a uniform and truncheon, absconding to London to join the Metropolitan Police Force in 1868. Despite bouncing around multiple divisions, William Thick spent much of his career in Whitechapel, and much like Inspector Aberline, became an expert in the local area. Known as Johnny Upright and renowned for his snazzy suits, William Thick stamped his name on history when he personally undertook the arrest of John Pizer at his address in Mulberry Street. William Thick was later involved in the Pinchin Street murder, 1889, where a woman's torso appeared beneath a railway arch, shocking London once again. Shortly after, a letter appeared at the Home Office naming William Thick as the man who had committed the Whitechapel murders. So many people were suspected of the Whitechapel murders. Mary Kelly. Learned there's only one person in this world I can count on. Me. Spitalfields resident and local personality Mary Jane Kelly knows the labyrinthine streets of Whitechapel as well as the veins on the back of her hand. Despite having only lived in the Big Smoke a short time, Miss Kelly is a well-known face among the area's residents, often seen parading up and down Commercial Street. Mary, despite her hardship, is somewhat superior to most of the persons in her position, able to speak fluent Welsh and read and write. She's always seen in a spotless white apron and red shawl. Slow to trust and even wary of suspicious toffs and their growling hounds, Mary has enough on her plate already without having to worry about nosy strangers. A terminal sufferer of crippling headaches and curious dreams, her recent insomnia has only been exacerbated by the recent killings. However, fear does not help pay the rent, and like many other women, circumstances has her wandering Spitalfields past curfew for lack of choice. Interesting. So, we have mail, do we? Okay. Oh my god, right.
Bless you, Jill.
Note slips into the door, containing a few coins. Oh, excellent. Okay. Examine journal. Ah! Strange metal contraption. Plaque. The name says John Hunter. What could it mean? Died something 24th, 1844. Aged 40-something years. Metal creations fly. Huge ship, it's sinking. 3rd of September 1888. I'm sick to the death of wet Sundays. The meeting the brass had about Polly was all the more miserable for the damned weather. Don't know why I bothered with it. It was just a gathering of toffs asking poor folks horrid questions. They haven't had an ounce of sympathy in their whole bodies. That Mr. Walker did ever so good, though. How he could talk about his daughter's killing without a tear to shed was beyond me. I couldn't do it. They just don't understand us poor folk. Idiots. Katie's new address, Crossingham Lodging House, 35 Dorset Street. Mr. Boyer can suck eggs. A duck in a puddle. I like that. 5th of September 1888. The weather's still crap. Haven't earned myself a penny today and have Mr. Boyer breathing down my neck for rent. What do you like me to do? Tell him that blokes don't like being caught with their kecks down in the drizzle? I think not. Kitty stopped by earlier with a wedge of bread and cheese as she has the coin to spare. Lord bless that kind-hearted girl. Whitechapel isn't worthy of her. Kitty. I have a bad feeling about Kitty. Keep an eye on that strange gent and his dog, Mary. You haven't seen the last of him. 7th September. I haven't got a wink of sleep for 2 days. I'm bloody exhausted. This is cheese that gives you bad dreams, so I have to hang around Commercial Street and give Kitty a piece of my mind if I remember. Could get 2 birds with 1 stone if I stop by Mrs. Green's shop. I'm sure that old duck has some lotion or potion that'll put me to right. Mary Ann caught me on the way in last night. Mr. Scott is saying some words at Christchurch tomorrow, so it may do some good to show my face. It's the least I can do. To do. See Kitty. Ow! It was reading my to-do list. And you bloody well moved it. But yeah, obviously that's how her power's manifesting. Maria. See Kitty. Supperoo. Something out room. Visit chemist, attend church service. Anna. Okay. Cheese gives bad dreams. Yes. Days of rain tally marks. We've got 12. So yes, we shall finish here. But yes, I've always been told eating cheese before bed gives you bad dreams. Eating cheese and chocolate is a bad idea. I like cheese, and I have bad dreams whether or not I eat cheese or not. So, yeah. There we go. Right, so that was the end of Lac Fey, Dance of Death. Well, the end of chapter 1 anyway. We will just be doing this one chapter as a showcase. If you want to see more, you're going to have to buy the game. It's on sale right now, 10% off. It's a decent price for considering 10 hours for a playthrough. I would recommend it. I'm enjoying it. Don't take my terrible tank controls as an indication of the game's controls. I am just really bad at tank controls. And it's been a day, so, you know, don't judge me. Congratulations to Ulkesh for winning a copy of this game. Thanks to ID at Xbox. Thank you to the publisher. I forget which one's the publisher. Hang on. Hidden Trap. Via Keymailer for giving me a copy of the game myself for streaming purposes. I would have bought it either way, to be perfectly honest. Love point and clicks. Love, like, this sort of time period. Fascinated with Jack the Ripper, to be perfectly honest. And Arthurian Legends, sign me up. So it ticks lots of boxes for me. But yeah, very intriguing. But yeah, a bit slower paced for stream. Would take a while to finish it. Don't have the time in the queue. The rest of this week, we've got Saturday and Sunday at 3 PM. We may have to make Saturday's stream slightly later. I may have a plan. I need to talk to some friends first. Otherwise, it'll be normal. If it's an amended time, I will post on Twitter and Discord. Or I will post in the Discord at least. So if you're not in my Discord, please feel free to join. Links below. Or there's a Discord command if you are a mobile and can't see the thing. Yeah, that's the one. Thanks, Leaky. Yes, I will always post stuff in my Discord. I post the schedule for the week on Twitter and Mastodon, and then in my Discord. So yeah, but it is Recall. We're doing chapters 3 and 4 because we're allowed to stream chapters 3 and 4, and I really wanted to do one more stream of that. And then on Sunday we're doing chapter 3 of Arcade Spirits. See if there's any follow through on rescuing the kitties. I did go back and get my screenshots. Very happy about that. Oh yeah, how many achievements did we get? We got 7 achievements today. Not bad. Not bad indeed. But yeah. It was a good game. It is a good game. I am enjoying it. So yeah. So yeah, 2 more streams this week. And then next week, I don't know. I have to plan. I have to try and fit. It's like playing jigsaw with all the games that I want to do. But we might be doing Children of Silence Town. That's definitely on the list for this month. I know. I've all kept on asking me why wasn't I playing it. So it's on for this month. I also have to try and figure out if I am going to be missing any weekend streams. I can't just thinking about having plans makes my head hurt right now. So yeah, thanks to everyone for being here. Thank you to Havor for the resub. Thank you to everyone for hanging out. So hopefully you enjoyed it, including the random song. I do hope people enjoy my streams. Thanks for keeping me company. I appreciated it. Needed it today. So yeah, right. I should probably think about actually ending. Scruff is streaming Dead by Daylight. I'm not a Dead by Daylight fan, but I can recommend, if you like that kind of thing, go see Scruff. Otherwise, I am off. I have been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. I am gonna go to bed because it's cold and my nose is cold and I want some chocolate. Maybe I'll have some cheese as well. But you're all awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Did I just say? I literally don't know if I just said that I've been Joe. But anyway, you know who I am. I'll see you on Saturday, hopefully. Take care. Bye.